That guy.
Just wanted to get your thoughts on just kind of what this day was like for you, senior day, and then also getting the touchdown there to kind of put the game on ice a little bit.
It was a special day for me. I'm thankful for the touchdown, but I'm even more thankful for my teammates. We came out here today and we executed, and we got a very big win today.
Right here, James, front.
To run as effectively as you guys did when you're down to your fourth and fifth offensive tackles at different points, why is this team this year this effective at running the football now?
First of all, our coaches they spend a lot of time on game planning and dialing up schemes that will work, and we go out there and we execute. I feel like our offensive line unit is up for the best O line in the country. Not only that starting five, but as a unit. Just because of the standard that they hold for each other, let alone the standard we hold for ourselves as a team and our offense.
On the left, John.
Like you're just saying, when you are switching those guys up on the inside of the offensive line, like how does that give you guys confidence when you feel like you can just still go straight through these teams, even though you're down to your second string center and you're switching your guards around and stuff like that?
Like I said, like the standard doesn't change no matter who's in the game, where it's the first string, second string, third string, fourth string. I feel like if you're on this team and you have a roster spot as a scholarship player, you can get the job done no matter how old. If you're good enough, you're old enough. So
Over here, right?
Just when you look back on the season, what does it mean to have the variety of wins that you have to win by running the ball, and win by throwing, and shut down an explosive passing attack or a great rushing attack? What is it? What kind of confidence does it give you going forward?
it gives us a lot of confidence, being able to beat teams in multiple different phases of the game. Special teams, offense, defense working together. We can run the ball, pass the ball as effectively as we can. It's kind of hard to defend because do you load the box? You know what I'm saying? Do you put this guy on the field? Do you go base? Do you go nickel? Like, it's kind of hard to match us, especially with the mismatches we have with our tight end. So it's been excellent, and it gives us a lot of confidence going into these games. A lot of confidence.
Any tips or critiques for Bryce after his touchdown?
For Bryce, oh no, man, I think he need to give me some tips. Honestly, that was executed flawlessly. They didn't really do too many reps of it at practice. I think they might have gotten maybe 4 or 5 reps of that at practice this week, and they went out there and executed it. I guess that just says what type of team we are. We got playmakers on both sides of the ball. So yeah.
Speaking of that play, did you feel like you were robbed on the play before? And even though maybe you were robbed on the play before, was it fun to watch someone like Bryce get a touchdown?
Yeah, man, I'm just happy we scored. I'm not really a big get a touchdown type of guy. I'm just happy that, we finished that drive. That was a long, tough drive. And for us to execute it and go out and, get a touchdown, I'm happy for my brother, man. Bryce, that's like my bestie, bro. So I'm happy he got his touchdown on senior night for sure.
After the game, Coach Dan Lanning was looking all over the field for you to help celebrate your senior day. Can you take us through maybe some of the emotions you felt today in Autzen Stadium, and then just a little bit into your relationship with Coach Lanning?
Okay, so for starters, I was excited. We got a very big win on senior day. I was a little upset because, they kept pulling my face mask after the game. That didn't feel too good. As far as my relationship with Coach Lanning, man, I put him on a pedestal because, just to see how he operates and to see how much he pours into us and how much he cares about us as people, it's unique. I came from a college before this, and, I didn't have a relationship with my head coach at all, like whatsoever. So to come here and, play for somebody who has been successful before they got here, and for him to just, pour in and trust me and just give me an opportunity to come here, I'm very thankful for that. Like, I look up to him, like how he just operates and just his day to day, just how serious he is, and yeah, man, I'm thankful.
Last question, back in the middle.
Talked about the confidence in the O-line and the standard that they have. What did you see from Fox this week? Because that's a big moment for him. 33 snaps before today, playing left tackle, redshirt freshman, a game you guys had to win, and he played really well. You wouldn't have noticed that it was a new opportunity for him. What did you see this week from him?
I saw him attack this week like a veteran because he knew that he would be called upon, and even when he wasn't in getting his reps, he was behind shadowing. He was acting as if he played the game all week. You know, I watched him play the game every day this week at practice. No matter if it was a scout team rep, no matter if it was 11-on-11 rep, he approached it and he played it as if we were playing USC. And it showed today. You know, he was prepared and he went out there and executed like we knew he would.